At the moment when we run our slideshow, we advance each slide by pressing the N key for next or by clicking some way to move to each slide. What you may want to do is make your slideshow run automatically, that the user doesn't have to click to advance each slide. For example, we're going to rehearse the timings. To rehearse the timings, I'm going to take you to Slideshow in the ribbon. And from there you've got a button called Rehearse Timings. This will start your slideshow, and you start clicking with your mouse or pressing the N key for next and start advancing the slideshow at the speed you would want it to run automatically if it was automatically running. So I'm going to hit the Rehearse Timings. Immediately my slideshow comes up and I start clicking to run my slideshow at the speed I would want it to run automatically. And I just keep clicking and the times have been recorded. You may notice the times have been recorded up in the top left corner. And so I just keep clicking at a speed that I think people will be able to read the information. Not too fast and not too slow. I might be going on a little bit of a fast side because I'm just showing you how to rehearse timings and I don't want to take too long. But just keep clicking and your presentation times are being recorded. You can see the animation of my word art, the animation of my smart art, and then the transition from one slide to the next. I can see in the top right corner I'm currently on slide 4, so not too long to go given there's only 8 slides. You could pause at any time by hitting the pause button. You could also repeat, or you could go next, but I'm just clicking at the speed I want the presentation to run. I won't run the video, I'll bypass the video. That end. Once it's finished going through all the slides, it says that the total time for this slideshow was 1 minute and 35 seconds. And do I want to keep the timings? And yes, I do. So click the Yes button. It's immediately taken you into slide sorter view, and what you can see underneath each slide are the times spent on each slide. For example, 15 seconds for slide 1, 24 seconds for slide 2, 9 seconds for slide 3, and so on. If you felt there was too much time spent on a particular slide, such as slide 6, I can click on slide 6 and I can go to the Transitions tab in my ribbon and I can reduce the speed by looking at this option here on the right hand side of the ribbon. This is the timing 16 seconds, 0.91, which equates to 17 seconds. I might reduce that to 15 seconds. I can also click on this slide, slide 9, and increase this from 1 second to perhaps 3 seconds. So at the moment, the slide will automatically advance after 3 seconds, after 15 seconds, and after 24 seconds. We now have the option to run this slideshow either manually, using the mouse or the keyboard to advance each slide, or automatically. Now how we make this choice is we go to the Slideshow tab in the ribbon. Here you have a button called Set Up Slideshow. If I click this button, I can now choose to advance my slides manually or using timings if they're present, and now we do have timings, we can use this option. If I tell it to use the timings, I can also tell it to loop continuously until I press Escape. So once the slideshow ends, it starts again and keeps looping until I press the Escape key. And this is what they do at field days and home shows, just by creating presentations and leaving them running on computers and just looping continuously and using the timings. If I then hit OK, I can view the slideshow. I can view the slideshow from the current slide or from the beginning. So I'll choose from the beginning. And I'll just wait. I don't need to touch my mouse, I just sit and I just watch the presentation because I'm running the slideshow using the timings. And you'll see eventually the slides will just move automatically from one slide to the next. If at any time you want to stop your presentation or your slideshow, just press the escape key and it will stop the slideshow. If I want to run my slideshow manually, I'll simply go to the slideshow tab in the ribbon, click the Setup Slideshow button and ask it to run the slides manually. When I click OK, I'll have to press from beginning to view the slideshow from the beginning, and I'll have to press N for next or click my mouse to make each object come up. As you can see, the title's not coming up because I'm running this presentation manually, so I'll have to click or press N to advance each animated object. As I continue to press N, I see the transition and I move on to the next slide. Whether you're running the presentation manually or automatically using the timings, simply press Escape to stop.